morning walk. Uh, I love things fresh. It's a brand new day, brand new possibilities. Remember that we're goal-oriented people. We want to write things down on a piece of paper and want to focus on. Remember, when you write things down, that's why you put your focus, and that's why you keep moving forward. It's very important that we set up our goals for today. Try to have a purposeful day with purpose, right? So, and try to move forward. Remember that life is about making decisions, and you're making little micro decisions every moment. So you make them with your conscious, meaning thinking about decisions that you're making, or you're gonna let your subconscious mind make those decisions for you, and so take control of your life and make sure you're on top of your decisions. Having said that, today's Tuesday. I want to share a couple things that's happening, right? I put an offer in Nomad. I got accepted. Uh, Nomad is a project that I've been pushing hard from the beginning. I think I'm the top producer there. This will be my number 15 unit, so I think Nomad to me is one of the greatest projects. It's a good project. It's in Wynwood. Number one, it's first of all, it has location. Location in any investment is kind of the number one, thumb rule. So Nomad is located in Wynwood, right on 2nd Street, 2nd Avenue. So we're really well located, right? Wynwood has a lot of traffic. All the new restaurants are moving into Wynwood, so Wynwood is kind of blowing up, right? So the appreciation that we're going to see going there, it's great. Also, so we have location. Second, we have brand. Remember, the market is leading to brands. Brands are becoming very popular, and new buyers or investors are choosing the route of pre-construction or new construction, and they're interested in going for the brands. Why? Because the brands guarantee a level of quality of what you're going to get. So that's very, very important, especially when you buy in pre-construction, because what they offer and what you get sometimes is there's some variations. Sometimes some developers kind of run out of for X and Y decisions, have to make decisions that were not originally planned. So the brand is becoming, 33% of our sales are going to brands. Miami is the second city, first to white, then Miami, then New York, in relationship with brands. So brands are here to stay, and they're making an impact on our community and the decision makers or the investors. So Nomad is a brand of hotels, boutique hotels. They started off they have one in New York, one in Paris, one in Las Vegas. I had the pleasure to stay in Nomad in New York, and it was a kind of boutique, high-end, kind of really cool hotel. They're also very famous for their bar, right? They're famous, and they're ranked in the top 20 in the world for their mixology with the bars. So they have their own even book for recipes, so that's great. So let me go over again. So we have number one, location. Number two, brand, right? So Nomad brand, what they did in Miami is called Nomad Residence. Nomad Residence is in Miami. So that's how they decided. It's not a hotel component, but yes, it does have an Airbnb. So you have unlimited, you have daily rentals or no restriction or rentals. So that's going to be an income producing property. So we have a location. Now we have a brand. The other thing that we have going, they have their own restaurant, which they're going to be opening up, which has a Michelin star, right? Has a Michelin star restaurant inside the premises. And then on the first floor too, they're going to have Casa Tua, the restaurant, the one that's in Brickell. That format, because Casa Tua, we know whether it's on the beach, which is like the private club. Then the format they have on Brickell, which is going up. If you go to Brickell City Center, you go to Casa Tua time. We're getting about 6,000 to 7,000 people a day walking through the doors. If you go, you notice how the They're taking over the space for the lobby. I mean, they're blowing up, right? And they're doing so well. So they bought the property on the first floor. So the first half of the building, the first floor facing Second Street, is going to be Casa Tua, which it's going to be a moneymaker. It's also going to create traffic. It's going to create a lot, you know, a lot of great things. I mean, Casa Tua is doing so well that, just on the side note, they're also coming up with their Aura, which is they're going to building by Casatua. So they're actually building a building in Brickell. That's going to be, so that's how good these people are doing. So let me go over why is this such a good investment. Location, brand, having a good anchor on the bottom, which is going to guarantee traffic, right? So I'm definitely, I don't think this is a place, unless you're a young person, that depends on your needs, but not a place to live for yourself, but as an investment, it's a great investment. Nomad is scheduled to be delivered at the beginning of next year. They're pretty awesome. They're pretty well advanced into things, right? Remember that I told you guys that it's very important that you learn to negotiate in pre-construction. So you negotiate at the beginning, or you negotiate at the end. So I think they have less than 30 units left. So I negotiated the penthouse. One of the penthouse floors is a 1 bedroom. I'm getting a lot of good. I negotiated really well for my clients. I'm kind of happy with the negotiation. We were able to create different offers. If you guys have the opportunity to read the book, The Miami Blueprint, I go into how to negotiate, because there's different techniques to negotiate and what to expect. I mean, they're not going to lower the price, but you're going to be able to negotiate all the things of value that is going to make a big difference. At the time of buying. Right, having all this pre-construction, that if you bought at the beginning, you also have, the appreciation or the equity. When you buy toward the end, you're not going to have that equity, but the building will definitely, it's just going to go up. And I think that area of Wynwood, we have a lot of rental communities. We don't have that Airbnb, that much of Airbnb. There's one hotel in Wynwood, which is okay. I mean, it does okay, but it's small, so there's a big need. And if you realize, Wynwood is very located in the central Miami, so for the events, like close to the expressway to go to the Super Bowl, right next to for Art Basel, right next to the boat show. Right, so it's a very central and it's a very hip place that people are going to be coming to that, right? And also next year we have the World Cup. The World Cup is going to create a huge impact in Miami, especially, so this building will be ready. This building will be ready for you to take advantage of the rush of that we're going to have for the World Cup and capitalize. I mean, Miami it's amazing in the sense that even our low season is supposed to be August and September, but I'm checking hotels since September. They're pretty much 83% of them occupancy in their low season. So, Miami's becoming. I think there's definitely seasons, but we're definitely having so many different types of events and so many things going on in the city now, that it's going to become like, I don't think we're going to have a break, because, like right now, what's coming in, the next big event that we have coming in will be in December, which is the Art Basel. We know that's the biggest art show, I believe, in the world, and it's held here in Miami. So during Art Basel, which is a week, the weeks behind, so the whole month is packed. Then you have December. Right, so we have all that. We have the soccer games. You also know that Miami is the only city that we have all the sports. I mean, here in Miami, we have soccer, we got football, we got basketball, we got hockey, we got Formula One, we got polo. I mean, we got everything. So if you're a sports fan, I mean, there is a college football. I mean, let's go The Hurricanes are doing really great. So, and by the way, those games are really fun to go to. That tailgating, it's amazing, and the energy that you feel there, it's just, So, I'm happy to tell you guys and share with you guys that I see some market. I came out of presentation on Friday where basically we're heading to all to, let's say, new projects, right? The demand it's clearly on the new products, right? And uh, let me emphasize, right, that I highly recommend that you go out and you get the Miami's pre-construction blueprint. It's my book. It just came out about a month ago. But if you read that book, you're going to understand. So the point is, if you read the book, at the end of this book, what I was looking for. If you're a person you live in Miami, it's going to help you understand what's happening because Miami's changing right in front of your eyes, and we're not understanding what's happening, right? We just see cranes and you don't understand. And there's a reason why all these cranes, why those buildings are being replaced, and why a lot of it makes sense to knock down some buildings that are 30 and put high buildings. So all this new transformation in Miami, it's not stopping. It's already moving forward, and that's going to give you the fundamentals to understand what's happening in Miami, so you could, understand and move yourself accordingly. If you're an investor and you read this book, it should motivate you to invest. I mean, at the end of the day, Miami's New York, Manhattan, like the island of Manhattan in 1965. So these opportunities come once in a while. So you're sitting at a tipping point, because I do believe that in 5 years, Miami's going to be pretty much everybody's going to go back like in New York. The norm is going to be for you to rent. So I do believe that if you're an investor and you read this book, it's going to motivate you to get in the game and try to, put some investment. If you look at everybody who's been investing in Miami the last, I got friends that keep telling me it's going to crash and bubble. And there is no such thing as a bubble, because we have solid, 60% of our sales are cash. Everybody has equity in their properties. And and everything is being replaced. And if you're a realtor and you read the book, you would understand the process of selling pre-construction, which is different than selling pre-construction houses or selling pre-construction over resale, right? And as a realtor, one of the things that we have to do, it's one of my core values, is to add value to whatever you do. And one of the ways that we add value to the process is by creating transparency, right? And guiding our clients through the process, because it's not an easy process. And believe me, all the projects go through different hard times, right? So your communication with the sales gallery, with the sales director, the contract coordinator, right, to understand what's happening, because there's not one. I mean, I think 4% of all buildings get delivered on the time schedule that they propose. So they all have, and there's a lot of moving parts, and it's not their fault. I mean, they're doing the best they can, but you have to get city permissions. You got to get permits. It's a whole bunch of moving parts, right? That are together, and developers obviously do their best. And the construction loans also have milestones that need to be met. So it's a whole world. So if you read the book, you would understand that. But I wanted to share that, guys, that I'm very active on the pre-construction world. I'm glad for this sale that my offer just got affected, so I just got to close out on that week on today, and we focus on this week's training that we have. Also, if you're, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always glad to have a conversation with anybody. Tell you what's going on, give you my perspective, right? I think communicating is the best way to to try to understand. I'm not saying that I'm right about things, but I can show you numbers, and numbers don't lie, and you can see what we're heading and give you some justifying, because it's also very, very important where you get your information and who's giving you the information. And I do feel at this point of my life, after got my license in '93, over 30 years of experience in the field of doing real estate, coming from a background of real estate, my whole family's been in real estate. I think I've become an expert on the pre-construction side of it. I dedicated myself to pre-construction the last 4 years, so I feel that I'm in a position that I could give back to the community, that I could guide you, that we have the expertise, right? So I feel, listen, I've done the work. I've done all the visits at every project. I have talked to different developers. I have talked to salespeople. I have talked to contract coordinators. I have talked to city officials. I have talked to, engineers, right? That will go over the foundation. So understanding all the stuff that's happening, it will help make a good a, uh, a good decision and help you move forward. Having said that, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I appreciate that. YouTube channel is moving forward, so I'm using the YouTube channel to be a complement to what the book is. So I have a lot of, it's kind of geared to luxury pre-construction, right? So we are definitely moving in that direction. So please give me a like, give me a comment, and let me say hi to my beautiful wife. Good morning. I see that. I see also Chris. I see Nathan. So guys, good morning. Thank you for having this morning walk. You know, this is my way of try to be authentic and communicate with you guys and say good morning. Thank you for joining me for this morning walk. Have a good day. I'm going to send you some positive vibes, right? Something's good's coming your way. Something's good's coming your way. And, you know, be positive. Always, you know, look at the good things, you know. Remember, it's very interesting. It's like, you know, it's interesting. I had a conversation before we got off with somebody called, you know, we think, you know, I'm having, you know, I'm 57, so, you know, need glasses to, you know, already my eyesight and stuff, right? But it's amazing, dude, that, you know, we don't see through the eyes. You know, your brain interprets like the eyes recepts, right? So it's kind of interesting. So, and when we're seeing the whole, I mean, you're looking at 10% of what's just out there. The rest is being made up in your mind. Your mind is filling up all the blanks for you, right? So isn't that amazing? So it's you decide what you want to see. So try to look at the positive stuff, keep yourself moving forward, because you do shape your future. As the reality is that you are responsible for everything that happens to you, right? You're not a victim. You created every situation that's happening in your life because you're a creator. That's the power that you have within you. So you also have the ability to focus on positive things to get positive results. So having said that, guys, have a great day. Remember, win the morning, you win the day, right? Have a great